Welcome to the next lesson. We're going to talk about lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation occurs when your cost of living rises in direct proportion to your income. As you earn more, you naturally begin to view previous luxuries as necessities. This shift happens subtly, transforming a salary increases or business bonus into a higher monthly overhead rather than increased net worth. While it is natural to want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, unmanaged lifestyle inflation is the primary reason high earners can still find themselves living paycheck to paycheck. You are essentially running faster on a treadmill that moves at the same speed as your feet. Your effort increases, but your financial position remains stationary. Mechanics of lifestyle creep. Lifestyle inflation, also called creep, operates on a psychological principle of hedonic adaptation. You quickly grow accustomed to a new level of comfort, and the initial excitement of purchase fades into a baseline expectation. When you receive a raise, the immediate instinct is often to upgrade. This might look like moving from a functional apartment to a luxury suite, trading a reliable vehicle for a newer model with a higher monthly payment, or increasing the frequency of fine dining. The danger lies in the preeminence of these decisions. Most lifestyle upgrades carry recurring costs. A larger home requires more utilities, higher property taxes, and perhaps more expensive furniture. A premium vehicle requires higher insurance premiums, a specialized maintenance. By locking yourself into higher costs, you reduce your financial flexibility. You become dependent on your current income level just to maintain your status quo, making it difficult to pivot careers, taking professional risks, or withstand economic downturn. Common examples of inflation. Identifying where lifestyle inflation highs is the first step towards reverting it. It rarely appears in one giant purchase. Instead, it's a series of small yes votes to higher spending. Housing and utilities. This is the most significant driver of inflation. Moving to a better neighborhood often results in neighborhood creep, where you feel pressure to match the spending habits of those around you. This includes landscaping services, high-end interior design, and expensive social engagements. Subscription and service proliferation. The transition from a single streaming service to five, or from cleaning your own home to hiring a weekly service, adds up. While these services buy back your time, they often become invisible lines items that continue even when you aren't fully utilizing them. Food and convenience. As your schedule gets busier with career growth, convenience becomes a commodity. DoorDash, Uber Eats, and daily $7 lattes represent a shift from planned consumption to impulsive, convenience-based spending, which is a huge killer, by the way. Over a month, these habits can easily consume $500 to $1,000 that could have been directly towards your capital management. The upgrade cycle. This involves replacing items that are still perfectly functional. It is the urge to buy the newest smartphone every year or replacing a 3-year-old car because the lease is up. These cycles keep you in the state of perpetual debt or low liquidity. The opportunity cost of comfort. Every dollar spent on lifestyle inflation is a dollar that cannot be invested. To understand the true cost of an upgrade, you must look at its future value, also known as ROI. This is the concept of opportunity cost. If you receive a $1,000 monthly raise and spend it on higher car payment and better gym membership, the cost isn't just $1,000 a month. The real cost is the lost compounding growth of that $1,000 over 20 years. At a 7% annual return, that $1,000 a month could grow over $520,000 in 2 decades. $500,000. When you choose a lifestyle upgrade, you are effectively trading off $500,000 for future wealth for a temporary satisfaction of a nicer car today. Lifestyle inflation prioritizes your current self at the extreme expense of your future self. It creates a wealth ceiling, where your net worth cannot grow because your expenses are tethered to your earnings. Strategies to combat inflation. Managing your lifestyle requires a proactive strategy. You cannot rely on willpower alone because the marketing and social pressure to spend is constant. The 50% rule for increases. When you receive a raise, bonus, tax, refund, commit to a split strategy. Use 50% of that increase to improve your current lifestyle, perhaps a nice dinner or a small home improvement, and immediately direct the other 50% into savings, debt repayments, or investments. This allows you to feel a reward for the hard work while ensuring your financial foundation grows alongside your income, because that's the goal. Maintain your previous standard. This is a hard one, but challenge yourself to live on your old salary for 6 months after the raise. During this period, automate the difference into separate accounts. This proves that the lifestyle upgrade is a choice, not a necessity. By the end of the 6 months, you will receive significant cash cushion and may realize you don't actually need the upgrades you initially desired. Audit your needs annually. Review your recurring expenses every 12 months. Ask yourself, if my income dropped by 20% tomorrow, which of these would I cut first? If you can identify items you would cut in a crisis, they are candidates for removal now. Transforming these false needs back into wants helps you regain full control over your 50-30-20 framework. Practice value-based spending. Inflation happens when you spend money on things you don't actually care about simply because you can afford them. Value-based spending requires you to define what truly brings you utility. If you love to travel but don't care about cars, keep your old vehicle and use your surplus for meaningful trips. Inflation is only bad if it's mindless. When it is intentional and fits within your capital management plan, it's a choice. Breaking the cycle. The feeling of being broke despite a high income is a diagnostic signal. It indicates that your capital management system is missing a dam to catch the overflow of your earnings. Without a plan, money will always find a way to be spent. By recognizing that lifestyle inflation is a choice rather than an inevitable result of success, you move from being a passenger of your financial life to be a driver. The goal of capital management is not to live a life of deprivation. It is to ensure that your money is working as hard as you are to earn it. Redirecting surplus income into assets rather than liabilities is the only way to break the cycle of feeling broke and begin building a lasting standard of wealth. A bonus tip that I would like to give you: before you buy anything, think about the ROI of that specific object. If you're going to buy a depreciating product, make sure that that is something that you actually need. If it's a want, maybe think twice about it. If it's, however, an appreciating product, ask yourself how much would this be worth in the next 5 years. If it's a good investment of return, go ahead and go for it.